Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to live stream of a new game, well, relatively new game. So this is Paranormasight, The Mermaid's Curse, which is a sequel to a game I streamed a couple of years ago, and I really liked it. So it's kind of like it's a mystery game, it's a supernatural game based on, like, Japanese mythology. So it's a very cool concept and very unique gameplay. And I didn't think that there was going to be a sequel. I didn't know how popular this game was. And I'm glad that it did get a sequel. So let's go ahead. We're just going to jump right into it and start it. Oh yes, this guy. The storyteller. I was going to say the narrator, but the storyteller. My apologies for the wait. Welcome, welcome. How wonderful it is to see you again. I'm the storyteller, your guide to the world of Paranormasight. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that the sequel was gonna have some voice acting. Maybe there will be some voice acting later, but I do remember there was a lot of lore in this game, and there was no voice acting, so it's a lot of reading. So, I hope you guys are looking forward to hearing a lot of my voice. Now then, I understand you might be keen to dive into our story, but there are some important matters I must address first, so please bear with me a while longer. First, this game uses autosave. The game will automatically save at regular intervals, so you may stop playing at any time. Next, please look at the upper right of the screen. This is the menu button. Okay, I do appreciate the fact that he's going over this stuff, because it has been... yes, it's starting to come back to me. Profiles, files, like, yes, I'm starting to remember a little bit now about this game. From here, you can check the text log, view files, and adjust your settings for auto mode. You can also adjust the volume and other game settings in the option menu. If you find certain effects make the text difficult to read, you may turn them off. I recommend you check the brightness, controls, and other settings before continuing. Okay, I think everything seems good. I hope that the audio is good for people who are watching. Pretty simple, okay. Now, let's go over the basic controls. When the game is in your control, you may drag the screen to look at your surroundings. Ah, yes, this was a cool thing about this game, was that you could do, it was kind of like 360 cameras, which means things could be behind you, and you had to spin the camera around, but you didn't know if anything was behind you until you physically looked. It was pretty effective. You'll once again be able to move after this, so try taking a look behind you. Oh gosh, is something gonna be behind me? He's gonna be like, boom! Drag the screen. Okay. Alright, thank you, game. I appreciate you not doing a jump scare right at the beginning. Wonderful, well done. You may also select the face of an individual in front of you to talk to them. Please go ahead and try with me. Bravo, a fine display. There are times when you will be presented with options such as these. What is this place? Do not fear, you will come to know where we are eventually. Once you've seen everything an option has to offer, a checkmark will appear next to it like so. Who am I? Oh, you've forgotten who you are, have you? But there's no need for concern. It is for that reason I am here to guide you, after all. You may be confused at first, but continuing through the story should allow you to remember your true objective. That is all for my explanation of the basic controls. I will explain other essential functions when the time is right. Ah yes, there is one more thing I wish to confirm before we continue. As you may know, I previously served as a guide to a different tale. Oh, he's bringing up the previous game. To a different tale in the world of Paranormasight, one concerning the 7 mysteries of Honjo. You wouldn't happen to be familiar with the events of the tale, would you? Okay, I'm hoping that you don't have to remember too much about the previous game to really understand this game, because I vaguely remember the story, but I don't remember all the details. So yes, I'll say I am. Is that so? So we have met before then. You looked quite different during our previous encounter, so I failed to recognize you at first. My apologies. In that case, there's nothing I need warn you about. Well, I believe I've kept you waiting long enough. The tale you're about to experience concerns a number of legends passed down in Ise Bay, a stretch of sea bordering Mie Prefecture. Also, I'm gonna do my best to pronounce everything correctly, but feel free to correct me if I do get some of the names of things wrong, as I inevitably will. Specifically, those legends involving mermaids. As the subtitle suggests, our subject this time is the widely familiar mermaid. Since ancient times, a great many legend about mermaids has been passed down in countries all around the world. In Japan, many of the legends famously include the idea that eating their flesh grants immortality. the tale of Yaoi Bikuni, which continues to be told in such places as Wakasa Province, modern-day Fukui Prefecture is perhaps the most well-known. These legends have spurred those with a yearning for immortality to seek out mermaids since ancient times. Oh, hi, Revealing Storm! Thank you for joining me. Hi, I haven't stopped by a stream in a long time. Wanted to watch it for a bit. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm glad to have you here. Of course, as I just mentioned, these are only some of the many legends concerning mermaids that exist across the globe. Indeed, many have sought out mermaids simply due to fascination with their status as rare and mystical beings. They have also served as the inspiration for countless creative and artistic works throughout the ages. It would seem the mermaids possess a mysterious charm that has captivated the human heart for a myriad reasons, irrespective of era or culture. Because I don't know really anything about, like, the Japanese mythology about mermaids. Like, I know it from... I don't know if mermaids or sirens are the same thing. I think they are, where it's like, you know, they are beautiful and they, you know, have a beautiful voice, and it dooms sailors. Like, it dooms them, like, they drown to their death, or they get, like, lured in and they are killed. So those are the mermaid lore that I know. Oh, the files added just now should provide a general overview of the terms that came up in our conversation. Oh my gosh, I do remember this. Oh, it's a lot. Wow. And the thing about this too, what I remember about this game is, like, you have to try and keep track, because the smallest little thing in any of these files could come back, and it could be information that you actually need in order to progress the story. Like, you really gotta be paying attention. So that is one thing I am nervous about with this game is, you know, considering I'm only gonna be playing it once a week, like, at least it keeps it all here, but I'm like, man, oh man, this is definitely a game where you have to be paying attention. Okay, I'm gonna just stick to, for now, I'm gonna focus on the things that are highlighted. So, Mie Prefecture is known as the Land of Great Beauty. Issei Shrine, Eternal World, is said to be a realm across the sea, separate from the one in which we live. Famous spots, Issei Shrine, Iseji root of the Kumano Kodo, birthplace of the Iga Ninja clan. Like, this, what, like, something that's buried in here, like, knowing about the specialties, like, knowing about lobsters. 10 hours down the line, it might be like, you need to find this specific information or else you will not be able to progress. It is kind of like old school, like, point and click. Not that bad. Point and click games, like old school ones from, like, the 90s, were very, very unforgiving. These games are way easier in comparison. Okay, let's see. At least this one's short. The area of sea surrounded by land up to the line drawn from Cape Irigo in Aichi Prefecture to Cape Daoi in Mie Prefecture. Mermaids. Oh gosh. Yeah, this... Man, the mermaids I know of, it's a beautiful woman with just, like, a fin. This is just a fish with a woman. Oh wow. Very different looking. The first recorded appearance in Japan of a creature believed to be a mermaid was more than 1,300 years ago in the Nihon Shoki Chronicles of Japan. At the time, the term mermaid was not yet in use, and most records are anecdotal reports of sightings of creatures resembling fish and humans in various places. See, this information I do feel is going to be, this will actually be important information. Like, we need to know our lore about mermaids. See, this is more the kind of mermaids that I know of. Yeah, mermaids in the West likely stem from the sirens of Greek mythology, sea monsters that came to be represented as the familiar half-fish, half-human figures. These mermaids are more akin to spirits or fairies in nature, enchanting those who encounter them with their beautiful feminine appearance and singing voices. Okay, so that's all for now. So we will leave that, because there's a lot of game to get to. That's another thing is, like, this is a... I remember the first game, I think it was about, like, 12 hours long. So, you know, decent amount of time. Like, these games are a pretty good length, especially because there's so much information. Oh, thank you. Espinol found you from your Umineko Let's Play and Lona RPG. Love your vids. Keep it up. Thank you so much. The files added just now should provide a general overview of the terms that came up in our conversation. It seems you've already taken a look, but I do recommend reading them if you have the chance. They may allow you to enjoy the story even more. Words highlighted in pale blue usually indicate there's a related entry in your files. Okay. Now then, allow me to introduce the primary setting of this tale. The majority of our story takes place at Kameshima, an isolated island in the waters of Ise Bay. Okay, let's open up that page. Island situated between the Atsumi and Shima peninsulas and the most distant of the 4 populated islands under the administration of Toba City in Mie Prefecture. Why, it's funny, speaking of the commenter who just talked about Umineko, I know it's just because it's like an isle in the middle of the ocean in Japan, but I'm like, why is it giving Umineko vibes a little bit? The island's name comes from the turtle-like shape with kame meaning turtle in Japan. Famous for its karst landscapes and other beautiful scenery, Kameshima is a popular location for tourists year-round. Recently, the island's youth organization has been leading a revitalization effort to boost the local economy and strengthen the community, creating an island logo and a mascot character, Kameshimaru, which are expected to bring more people to the area. You'll experience events through the eyes of a young resident of the island, one Yuza Minakuchi. If nothing else, please remember that I will try my best. I'm bad with names. Well, I believe this ends my initial explanation. Bon voyage, and do enjoy the tale. So this will be interesting, because this is focusing on just mermaids. Okay, so Kameshima's not... Oh, interesting, so it's not even a real island. Okay. But yeah, whereas like the other one, I believe it literally was called the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, so it was a very, like, very elaborate, lots of information. Did you come to me or did I go to you? I cannot recall whether it was a dream or reality. I cannot recall if I was asleep or awake. Yes, Banana Dongo, yes, this is a sequel to the first Paranormasight. Apparently, it's a completely separate story, so, like, you don't necessarily have to have played the first game to understand this one. Okay, Azami, right, this should do it. Man, very different vibe from the first game already, wow. All good to go, Yuza? Yep, ready as ready can be. I feel so light, I bet I can even outswim a shark. No, more than that. Oh, man, I love this art style. I love the facial features so much. More than that, I was born for this moment. The legend of Kameshima's patron saint of diving begins today. He's very confident. Okay, let's check out his profile. Yuza. A young man born and raised on Kameshima. Although generally quiet and serious, he has an eccentric side that often sees him make jokes and wisecracks with a straight face, catching whoever he's talking to off guard. After losing his parents in the large-scale maritime accident 5 years ago, he was raised by his grandmother, veteran diver Suyu Minakuchi. He briefly found work at a seafood processing plant in Toba after graduating high school earlier in the year. But upon hearing that Suyu had injured her leg, forcing her to retire from diving and causing difficulties in her daily life, he quit his job after 3 months and returned to Kameshima. At present, he's caring for Suyu while looking for work on Kameshima and has recently made the decision to follow in her steps and become an Ama diver himself. Although he has been unable to bring himself to enter the sea since the disaster 5 years ago, he's hoping his previous aptitude for swimming will lend itself to a natural talent for Ama diving. His current diver rank is 1. Quiet and introverted as a child, he began to show a more animated side upon befriending Azami Kumoi, a boy his same age, and eventually became a common sight to see them getting up to mischief together. Although the maritime disaster 5 years ago saw a drastic shift in the way most of Kameshima's inhabitants treated him, Azami alone continued to treat him the same. Even now, it is not uncommon for Azami to find himself caught up in Yuza's eccentric exploits, but he's always quick to laugh and follow his lead. Whoa, that sounds pretty impressive, but this is your first time diving in the bay, so don't push yourself too hard, alright? Yeah, I know it's my first time, but somehow I'm brimming with confidence. I just know I can land a massive haul if I try. Little bummed out there's not voice acting. Well, I'm glad to see you're raring to go, but make sure you don't go too far from the boat at first. But you know what? I shouldn't complain too much. I didn't even expect there to be a sequel to this game, so we take what we can get. I made sure, just to be on the safe side, I'm like, I got tea, and I have water, because I know I'm going to be talking a lot in this live stream, so I need to make sure I'm hydrated. A young man born and raised on Kameshima, he has been friends with Yuza since childhood. He has a friendly and caring personality, and his willingness to help those around him has made him someone islanders of all ages rely on. His father was a fisherman, and he accompanied him out to sea on his boat from a very young age. As a result, he grew up never doubting he too would one day become a fisherman. Oops. Oh, shoot. After his father died in a maritime disaster 5 years ago, his mother, an Alma diver, took on the responsibility of raising Azami and his much younger brother on her own. Wait, so interesting. So both of them had a situation where, like, well, one parent died at least and then was raised by a mom who was... What is an Alma diver exactly? I'm assuming they're going to explain what an Alma diver is. During the close season for diving, when his mother worked on the mainland, Azami was responsible for looking after his brother. After graduating middle school, he refused his mother's suggestion to attend high school and quickly obtained a 4th-class boat pilot license while helping with fishing around the island. He's now able to take his father's small fishing boat out on fishing trips on his own. He has a frank, easygoing relationship with Yuza, his childhood friend, and the two often get up to mischief together. Although he was happy for Yuza when he left to attend high school on the mainland, and later found a job there, he felt somewhat lonely. For this reason, he secretly welcomed the news Yuza would be leaving his job and returning to Kameshima to take care of his grandmother. Yuza's grandmother is an Alma diver. No need to worry, Azami. You just focus on getting the grill ready. We're having a feast tonight. I'll hold you to that. Oh, okay. A diving minigame. This is something different. Okay. Follow the instructions and to get used to the controls and press dive when you're ready. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll just dive? Oh, alrighty. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, only 2 controls are needed. Move mouse, look around, left click to perform action. The available action will automatically switch between swim, harvest, and return boat, depending on the situation. Areas where sea creatures are located will be marked with an exclamation. Begin by looking around to try and locate any potential catches. Oh, okay, this is cool. Oh, there's a bar at the bottom. Oh god, that's my... Oh, shoot. Okay, return to the boat. Yeah, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die! Oh, I'm gonna die! Oh my god, did I just die? I failed. Oh my gosh, I got an achievement. The first, like, 10 minutes of the game, I've already died. Amazing. I love how confident he was. He was like, you get that grill ready, I'm gonna get us some food, and just fucking die immediately. His poor friend is so happy to have him back, and they just have to watch him just drown. Okay, I gotta go already. I'm able to get 2 things. Return to the boat! Don't die again! I'm gonna die again! Did I make it? Did I make it? Okay. Woo! Whew, I made it. Okay. Wow. Okay, so Revealing Storm says, Alma divers are Japanese female freedivers. Okay, interesting. Specifically female freedivers. Okay. We definitely gotta get these skills up. Okay, so let's do... Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that one so we can stay underwater for longer. Forget discovering the mystery about the mermaids. I am just gonna try and get my ranks up and everything. Sorry guys, that's just gonna be the whole playthrough today. It's just, I'm just gonna be practicing my diving. Alright, looks like you've warmed up. You know, you died, but you're fine now. Let's go a bit further so you can look for something bigger. There better not be any goddamn, like, sharks and shit. I have an issue with swimming in video games when there's, like, not monsters, but, like, animals that can kill you. It freaked me out. It freaks me out. The biggest catch you can get at this time of year is probably abalone. Snagging just one is something to be proud of. But remember, sea creatures are living things. They'll change places every time you dive, so be careful. Now, by living creatures, do you mean things that are just like little mollusks and stuff? Or are you talking about, like, sharks? It's not like you have to master everything all at once. We can take off when you're ready. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try it again. I was joking, obviously. This is not, don't worry, this is not going to be my whole playthrough. I do just want to kind of get the, like, just the feel for it. Okay, go, 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 swim, swim. Okay, let's go. I probably could have stayed a little bit longer, but I'm not taking any chances. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Revealing Storm says no Subnautica for you. Yeah, yep. I have toyed with the idea of possibly, because it's been a long time since I've done a noob tries video where I play, like, a game for the first time that's just, like, a one-off, and I was kind of toying with the idea of Subnautica. I don't think my heart could take it. Like, you guys would probably find it hilarious because there would be some great reactions, and I'm not saying it's completely off the table, but I'm saying Subnautica would probably be one of the scariest games of all time for me. I don't think I have a fear of the not a phobia of the ocean. I definitely have a fear of the ocean. I call it a healthy respect for the ocean. That's not where I'm meant to be. Oh, this is interesting. Oh shoot, there's nothing around. Oh, there's something here. Okay. Yeah. Is there something? Oh, something there. Can we get that one? Come on. Ooh, that one. Okay, let's return to the boat. I think I'll do like one more round after this, and then I guess we'll just continue. Oh, I wasn't even in the red that time. I could have stayed a little bit longer. Gathering complete. I'll get to diver rank 4. Yeah, we'll do that. So I wonder how much of the gameplay is going to be this. Like, don't get me wrong, right now I'm where I am. We still have snow on the ground. Like, it's technically spring. Sure doesn't feel like it. So I am enjoying kind of getting to swim around and enjoy, like, the summer, the sun and everything. But, yeah, oh gosh. And then, like, the deeper I'm diving. Ooh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. This is a good thing. Okay, go, 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 go. Return to the boat. Return to the boat. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead because I was so far down, too. Ah! Did I make it? Okay, I did. I got something really good there. Yes, I did get one of those. Fantastic. Yes. All right. Excellent. Okay, we'll do swimming. There we go. Okay. I feel good with that. And I got one of those things, so that's nice. Okay. We'll do the diving a little bit more. Okay. There we go. I reached diver rank 5, so we'll stop diving for now. Alright, let's leave at that for today. Good work out there, Yuza. You managed to get a fair bit of diving in, huh? I bet you feel like you've got a better grasp on things now. For sure. I feel like my diver rank has gone up at least a bit. So, do you feel any different now? Did your body undergo any weird changes? No, I feel exactly the same. Nothing's changed. I'm the same old Yuza I've always been. I guess we were a bit off the mark, huh? So, what do you want to do now? Should we call it a day? Oh. Go back immediately? Sure, I guess. You got it. Kameshima Port, here we come. I assume that the diving will be important in some way, I just don't know how yet. I mean, if the thing's about mermaids, maybe I have to, like, be really good at swimming in order to encounter the mermaids? Hey Yuza, I took your catch to the market while you were changing. Oh thanks, I appreciate it. If you keep it up, you should be able to make a healthy profit, even with the price of gas. Oh, please don't talk about the price of gas right now. That's a sore spot right now, okay? Let's not talk about it. That's great. I'll have to keep at it then. Oh, the duck faces. I remember those. I just love. There was the character. He was like the detective in the first game. He was like a young detective. I loved him. I'm always a sucker when a game has like an older grizzled detective and then you got like the young hotshot like who's trying to prove himself. He was so funny, and he always made, like, that duck face, and I love it. And there you are, Azami. Don't tell me you went out fishing today. Oh, Chie, how's your back doing? Oh, it's that face. Huh, not gonna get any better lounging around at home, that's for sure. More importantly, no one's meant to be taking their boats out right now because of the storm that's on the way. Don't tell me you didn't hear. Yeah, but it was more of a warning than a rule, and the weather looked fine, so I figured it was okay. You should know better than that, Azami. You youngins never listen, do you? Okay, Chie Toyama, the de facto leader of the Ama divers on Kameshima. She is a highly influential figure on the island. She married into a family on Kameshima shortly after the end of the Second World War at the age of 20, and has been working as an Ama diver for close to 40 years, rarely missing the opening day of each diving season. She's displayed a natural talent for diving ever since her days as an apprentice, coming to be known as Chie the Mermaid for the deft ease in which she moves through the water. Well, there we go. There's the mermaid. We found her. In her heyday, she earned more money than her husband, enough to send all 3 of her sons to university, an achievement she takes great pride in, and has also earned her considerable authority in her household. Now a grandmother to 7, a back injury has led to her being less active than she used to be, but she's still considered one of the most experienced divers on the island. Her graceful swimming shows no signs of decline. Oh, her estimated diver rank is 67. Damn. What if I was just out there for like 2 hours and I come back and I'm like rank 68? I'm like, I beat ya. Okay. And going out with the Minakuchi boy of all people. Actually, Azami only took out his boat because I asked him to help out with my work. Wait a dang second. Don't tell me you went out to dive. Why do you ask? I did, but why do you ask? Am I not allowed to be an Ama diver? Well, technically, Ama divers they're female. Free. Maybe Ama just means like freestyle? Or like free divers? These faces are fantastic. Absolutely not. I won't allow it. What? Why? Yuza is a member of the association, same as everyone. As long as he follows the rules, it should be fine, right? Sure, it's rare for guys. Okay. It's rare for guys to be Ama divers, but it's not like it's forbidden or anything. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm saying he shouldn't be allowed in the sea. It's obscene is what it is. Everyone agreed to put up with him being on the island for Suya's sake. But now he gets it in his head to go diving all things? Have you no sense, boy? Okay. Seems like I'll have to have a few words with Suyu. I'm so sorry, I keep saying her name wrong. You not knowing your place is gonna cause everyone trouble. Listen up, Minakuchi boy. You'd better keep your head down and stay put on dry land where you belong. No more diving, you hear? Damn. Hey now, you don't think that's going a bit far? There's no need to lay into Yuza like that. Azami. What? You really don't think anything of all this? After what his mother did? What? Nope, not at all. Yuza hasn't done anything wrong. Hey, that's my boy. He is a good friend. He was a victim of the disaster, too. Maybe more than anyone else. Recently, there's been this strange rumbling coming from the sea. The same rumbling as 5 years ago. Everyone's scared of what might be coming. They're bracing themselves for another big disaster. Oh, is that what you meant by the storm? The weather forecast said things are going to stay calm for a bit, though. Is it me coming back to the island? Am I bringing the storm? Is that it? Does she think, like, I'm some sort of curse? To hell with the weather forecast. It didn't save us 5 years ago. Anyhow, you see why we've got to stay in the god of the sea's good graces. No doing anything to upset them. Got it? Don't let it get you down, Yuza. Chie isn't a bad person at heart, but the old folks here are all pretty firm in their beliefs, I guess. That duck face. Yeah, it's only natural. I was kind of expecting it, to be honest. Still, I didn't think she'd get that mad. I guess they have a bigger chip on their shoulders about all this than I thought. It seems they really think your mom was to blame for the disaster. Yeah. I guess wanting to get to the bottom of things, there was one of my reasons for becoming an Ama diver. Okay, let's check out files. Okay, Ama dive. Oh, well, here we go. We can get an actual, like... Yeah, so you were right. You were right, Revealing Storm. It is Sea Woman. Most often written with characters meaning sea and woman generally refer to women who free dive for shellfish, seaweed, and other marine products. It's said they practice free diving to prevent overharvesting and to protect the marine environment. Although Ama divers operate in many regions in Japan, the Toba and Shima regions are known for having the highest number of Ama divers. Okay, these regions also exhibit customs unique to the area, such as the practice of carrying objects with the Seimen and Domen symbols to ward off misfortune. Okay, despite the high population of Ama divers in Ise Bay, there are none to be found north of Ise City. It can be explained by the difference in the sea floor composition between the two areas. Okay, note, although Ama is sometimes written with characters meaning sea and man when the diver is male, this game uses only the traditional characters of sea and woman when the language is set to Japanese. Okay. I wanted to see the thing about the disaster. Oh, there's nothing about it yet. Okay. It was in blue, so I wasn't sure. Okay, I was just a little too slow. Or I was a little too quick about it. A localized storm that broke out in the sea to the south of Kameshima around 5 years ago, resulting in a maritime accident in which a total of 10 people went missing. 3 fishing vessels that had set out to sea from Kameshima were suddenly caught in an unanticipated storm and foundered, leaving all but one of the 11 fishermen and ama divers on board missing. When the ships were later dredged up and searched, not a single body was discovered. The sole survivor was Yuza Minakuchi, who was a middle school student at the time. His parents, Tosuke and Mare, as well as Azami Kumoi's father, Kyokichi, were among the victims. Locals in the area reportedly heard an eerie rumbling from the sea on the morning of the incident. So I wonder if she's thinking that because I survived that I'm some sort of curse or something? When the boat the Minakuchi family was on was about to sink, Mare and Tosuke put a life buoy on their son Yuza and helped him escape the boat before the waves engulfed it. Despite the slim chance of survival in such a dire situation, Yuza was miraculously found drifting in the sea the next day, still wearing the buoy, and was successfully rescued. Although he had no external injuries, the shock of the accident has left him in a state of confusion, and he has little memory of what happened at the time. The accident plunged Kameshima into a state of deep sorrow. Fishermen and ama divers temporarily stopped fishing to mourn, and a memorial was erected to honor the lost. Perhaps due to his memory loss, the sole survivor, Yuza, appeared relatively composed in contrast to the grief of those around him. Many found it unnerving, and Yuza became increasingly isolated from the rest of the community. Okay, that explains a little bit of the cold shoulder I'm getting here. Azami himself, having lost his father in the accident, tried to support him however he could, reasoning he was still better off than Yuza, who had lost both his parents before his eyes. What a good dude he is. As investigations continued, questions arose about what the Minakuchi family had been doing in the vicinity of the disaster despite not having gone out to fish. Yuza only remembers his parents telling him to come with them, and the purpose of their excursion remains unclear to this day. So yeah, it was a thing that she said, Chie said, like, what his mother did. So it's not even that she's blaming me necessarily, she's blaming my mother for something. It wasn't long before speculation began. Mare, had done something to incur the wrath of the god of the sea, and the islanders, already suspicious of her due to her mysterious background, were quick to condemn her, citing the sudden, localized nature of the storm. In contrast, only words of sympathy were spoken for her husband. As rumors that Mare had brought disaster to Kameshima continued to spread, Yuza's grandmother, Suyu, sent him away from the island to board at a high school on the mainland. She had sensed the islanders' resentment beginning to turn towards Yuza and hoped to shield him from becoming a greater target. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Oh boy, okay, we got Mare. Yuza's mother having gone missing in the Southern Sea disaster 5 years ago. She was declared dead a year later after search parties found no sign of her. Now, just because, as I know from these types of things, no body, no proof of death. So, yeah. Who knows what happened to her? More than 20 years ago, Mare arrived on Kameshima with no possessions to her name, expressing that she had taken a liking to the local environment and wanted to move there. However, she remained tight-lipped about her background, only revealing she was from a small town in the mountains and she had to leave her home for undisclosed reasons. Although her request to move to Kameshima was accepted, many islanders remained suspicious of her. After settling on the island, she showed an interest in the ama lifestyle and eventually took it up after displaying a talent for freediving, with Suyu acting as her instructor. During this time, she grew close to Tosuke, Suyu's only son, and eventually married him a few years later. The two would go on to have a son of their own. Despite this, Mare was unable to fully shake the air of mystery surrounded her, and many islanders continued to question whether her presence on the island might cause trouble down the line. Something of a free spirit, her nonconformist ways and somewhat naive personality meant she was often absent from local activities, leading to further criticism. Some reported frequently spotting her wandering the island after she first moved there, seemingly looking for something, or catching sight of her doing something on the shore in the middle of the night. Fortunately, her mother-in-law, Suyu, was a person of no small influence on Kameshima, and no one dared to openly persecute Mare under her watchful eye. Who knows, maybe Mare is secretly a mermaid, and that's why she was such a good freediver, and when she went missing, she actually returned to the sea, and that's why no one has seen her since. Yeah, everyone's been avoiding the topic until now, but that can't go on forever. Hey, you two. Oh, got a new character. Oh, it's Kikuko. Kikuko. Oh, I'm definitely gonna butcher this name. Yeah, you two over there. Oh, cool scar. Could I get some help with the boxes here? I need to get them to the warehouse. I can just tell, look at him, like, she's gonna be a cool character. I like her design. A woman born and raised on Kameshima, unmarried, she's known for her friendly, sociable nature and almost sisterly tendency to look after others. Yep, I knew I was gonna like her. Ever since her school days, I just wish she had a easier to pronounce name. I'm gonna just call her Kiku. Kiku harbored a strong desire to leave Kameshima and make life for herself elsewhere. While most of her classmates began working as ama divers following graduation, she decided to enroll in a boarding school as a first step towards fulfilling this goal, going out to graduate from a junior college in Aichi Prefecture and then finding a job in general administration at a company in Ise City. However, because her assigned work consisted only of unfulfilling menial tasks like pouring tea and answering calls, she left after a year. She changed jobs repeatedly, but found no further luck in subsequent workplaces. Eventually recognizing success as an ama diver... as an ama diver is determined solely by the extent of one's physical prowess and ingenuity, she came to find the idea of such work appealing and moved back. Despite her late start as an ama diver compared to her peers, she leveraged her high athletic ability and her innate knack for analytical thinking and research to consistently turn out good results. And she has since earned the respect of even the veteran ama divers of the island. Her estimated diver rank is 41. She has scant luck with men, having been introduced to several potential partners only to be turned down by all of them. What? Don't tell me it's because of the scar on her face. Oh, it is, or a birthmark. I think she looks really cool. Her parents, anxious for her future, worry the large birthmark on her face is to blame. But Kiko herself remains unfazed, citing her lack of interest in marriage as the primary cause, something which has caused them no end of concern. Although she endeavored to hide her birthmark with makeup while at school and during her time as an office worker, she has since embraced it. Well, especially if you're in the water all the time, it just doesn't make any sense to wear makeup, right? I like her. She's, like, independent, she's friendly, she's sisterly. You know, she tried to, like, do things on her own terms. Thanks, I knew I could rely on you youngins to help out. Youngins? You're a youngin' too. Oh, how kind. I appreciate the fact that she's, like, almost in her 30s and they're saying that she's young. I feel like in a lot of these games, if you're, like, over, like, 23, you're basically, like, an old hag. Especially if you're not married. I was told out of nowhere to make sure anything valuable was stowed away just in case a storm hits. What a pain. So you're getting ready for the storm, too? Yep, pretty silly when the weather's this good, huh? It's not like I can say no, though. Speaking of pains, I overheard Chie giving you an earful just now. Are you seriously planning on becoming an ama diver, Yuzu? Or Yuza. Well, that was the plan, but it's looking like I might be forced into retirement before I even begin. Why now? Didn't you come back here to look after Suyu? Yeah, but I still have to work, and I've always been interested in ama diving. Gran was also pretty down about no longer being able to dive, so I thought it might cheer her up a bit. Oh, so you want to follow in Suyu's footsteps. Still, you must have noticed everyone was on edge just at the thought of you coming back here. If they hear you went diving, there will likely be a bit of an uproar. Are they really that set against Yuza going in the sea? I've never heard anyone say anything like that. Well, they don't say it where you can hear it. Everyone loves you here, and they know you're close with Yuza. They probably feel they can't be that tough on him with you around. What was that? Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. Wow, she just straight up said it. I was expecting her to be like, you know what, don't listen to what Chie says, man, you do what you want to do. But, a little disappointing. I can't deny there's been this creepy rumbling coming from the sea recently, though. It's no wonder everyone's unnerved. If some sort of disaster ends up happening again, and Yuza gets caught doing something he wasn't meant to do, that will probably be it for him. I can't get over the duck face, man. Yeah, that's what I don't get. Do people seriously believe Yuza's mom caused the storm? Everyone suffered because of it, including Yuza's family. It's so stupid. Hey, I honestly think it's stupid too, but the truth is there are a bunch of people who believe it, so making a fuss about it isn't going to get you anywhere, right? Besides, even if the storm doesn't come in the end, a different kind of storm may already be brewing. A different kind of storm? Well, you shouldn't have any trouble if you keep your head down. Just be good and do what you're told and no one will get on your case, yeah? Give me a break. Why does he gotta keep his head down here? He was born and raised on Kameshima, just like everyone else. And he really is ride or die. I like this kid. Hey, getting mad at me won't change anything. If it upsets you that much, why don't you leave? Leaving a place like this behind might be for the best, don't you think? Maybe, but I can't just ask Gran to move somewhere else at her age. Then you'll just have to put up with it. If you want to blame anyone, blame your mom. Did his mom even do anything 5 years ago? No one wants to tell us anything. No idea. I only came back after the disaster, so I don't know what happened. Mr. Wakamura always seems like he knows more than he lets on, though. Now that I think about it, why don't you just ask Suyu what she knows? Suyu? I've already asked Gran about it countless times. She says she doesn't know anything. And you don't think that's a bit suspicious? If anyone knows something, it would be her, right? Yeah, you might be right. She is pretty hard to read. I wouldn't be able to tell if she was hiding something anyway. Anyway, I do feel bad for you, but you just gotta grin and bear it, for everyone's sake, huh? Thanks for the help, you two. Try to stay out of trouble, okay? This would be the downside about living in, like, a small town. Especially a small town that's very suspicious, is just, like, everyone knows your business, and everyone's all up in your business all the time. And there's just, like, so gossipy. Kiku really seemed like she didn't know anything, huh? But folks are way more on edge than I thought. Yeah, I've gotten the sense I'm not exactly welcome here ever since I came back. But I didn't think trying to make a living would lead to that much backlash. I didn't realize everyone disliked my mom quite that much, or that they were so suspicious of her. It seems like the timing wasn't great either. Everyone's wound up about these ill omens that are happening right now. Still, I'm sure now my mom must have some sort of secret. And I'm almost certain it had to do with what we're looking into. If everyone hears I went diving today, it might prompt people to start talking about what happened 5 years ago. True. If there's any time to ask about your mom, it's now. I think we should see what Old Man Wakamura and Suyu have to say about all this, too. Yeah, assuming Gran agrees to talk about it anyway. Oh, however... What's this? That night would see unprecedented calamity descend upon Kameshima. What? What are you doing over there, Gran? This is where it's hidden. Hidden? What is? What Mare, your mother, left us. Huh? What? What? Okay, please tell me this is the intro, right? Why? Okay. I was like, this is not like the outro, is it? What in the world? What is happening? No way, even Chie? I'm so confused right now. Wow, this escalated. What is happening? It's like all the women are being killed. Huh? Yuza, your head, it's... Is this like a preview of what might be happening? What? I'm very confused right now. I'm assuming that was just like the opening. Okay, hello. Well done in your efforts thus far. I regret to say, even if you continue down this path, you will be helpless to prevent the mysterious attack that befell Kameshima. What? Yuza's bleak fate will likewise remain unchanged. If I may, perhaps it'd be prudent to ignore this route for now and turn your attention elsewhere. Once you've found a way to proceed, you may return here to confirm the results for yourself. What? From here, you will return to your first diving experience, for which you may seek another way forward. If I may, I suspect you might be overlooking something important in the sunken... Oh, I missed something! I advise you to take a closer look behind you on your next dive. And another thing, I recommend saving manually once you resume your journey. If you fail to find another way forward, it will provide an excellent point from which to try again. Oh, so I have to do all this again? Oh my gosh, I'm 45 minutes in and I gotta do it all over again. Ah, I forgot about this, that sometimes you can just... And of course, because I was so into the story, I forgot to... I didn't save. Okay, at least it keeps me at diver rank 5. I very much appreciate that. Well, you're gonna save, though. Thank you, game. I'm glad I didn't have to start all over again. Okay, so dive and look behind me. I have to remember that I can do that. That I can look behind me. Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh, it literally was right behind me. Okay. Ah, it means I have to have all that conversation again? Oh, Oh shit, what is that me? Get away from me. Whoa. Ugh. There we go. That's... that's the proper intro. Man, the game let it go for a while before I got the bad end. Damn. Well, we saw that already, so we have to prevent that from happening. I kind of like that, the fact that we got that bad end, because we see what's going to happen. A little preview of what's going to happen if I don't solve the mystery, I guess. Wait, what? How? Okay, how did I... So wait, do I have to encounter the thing and then make it... Okay, so I can't see that anymore. Okay, do I return to the boat? I hope I'm doing this right. Because I'm like, I would have failed the dive because it went to the inch. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm a little confused. Let's get a little bit more stuff. So yeah, it won't let me access that area. So according to it, I've already seen it. So that's good. Oh gosh, there's something here. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Hurry, 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 hurry. Alright. Swim. Return to the boat. Go, go, go. Thank goodness that I put a lot of my points into diving. Okay. Well, let's hope now that it's going to change the story, since I saw that. Oh, I was so close. Okay, I'll stop diving. Hopefully we can get... Hopefully we did what we needed to do. Okay. So this is the same. Oh, okay, here we go. Talk about the hole. Perfect. That's right, there was a missing thing there. I should have realized that I did something wrong. Talk about the hole. Azami. Before we head back, can we talk for a bit? Sure, what's up? This is Azami Kumoi, my best friend. I've known him since we were both kids growing up on Kameshima. When I told him I wanted to become an AMA diver, he was quick to offer his full support. Kameshima is located in the waters near the entrance to Issei Bay. As such, there are strict regulations on both the times and places AMA diving's allowed. Okay. Oh, I gotta remember I can do this. I can, like, spin this around. This fishing boat, the Soan Maru, belongs to Azami's family. I don't have a boat of my own, so Azami was kind enough to bring his out for me. It used to belong to his dad, so it's getting on years. But he takes good care of it. It seems he's hoping to keep using it for years to come. Oh! The stickers! I remember the stickers from the first game! Good eye, Yuza. You must have a knack for finding mockingbirds. Mockingbirds? This is supposed to be a bird? Yep, they're famous bird stickers. No one knows who made them, but they show up everywhere. They're pretty unique, and there's just something about the idea of birds dressing up as delinquents, you know? It's really charming. I was real surprised to find one on my boat, but decided to leave it be, to commemorate the occasion, I guess. I love the... what is that, like a recorder or kazoo in the background? By the way, that's Mockingbird number 8, tit for tat. He's a long-tailed tit. Why don't you take note of it, any you find? Maybe it'll bring you good luck. I guess there's more to these mockingbirds than I thought. What if in order to get, like, a good ending, I have to, like, collect all these? There's 20 of them. To collect all the stickers. Okay. That was very important, clearly. So can I... Okay, I can talk to him, right. So, when I was diving just now... A giant hole in the seabed you'd never heard of before? Yeah, the rocks around it looked like they'd only recently collapsed. So I think it's probably opened up within the last few months or so. Oh, now that you mention it, there was a pretty big earthquake around here about 3 months ago. Maybe that had something to do with it. That's right, that would have been before I got back. Anyway, if you saw a giant hole in the seabed, you'd be curious about it, right? I sure would. Curious enough to try to take a look inside? It'd be pretty dangerous, but I guess I might, yeah? Right, so I went closer to try and get a better look. Did you see anything? Well, when I looked down into the hole, a ghost or something that looked like me suddenly rose up from the depths. A ghost that looked like you. It swam towards me with its hand outstretched. It looked like it was trying to hand something to me. Or maybe it was trying to tell me something. Man, what'd you do? Did you take its hand? I did. I felt like I couldn't resist somehow. I guess even the patron saint of diving does foolish things sometimes. The only thing I was a patron of was carelessness and a lack of proper vigilance. It sounds like there wasn't much you could do about it, though. Hey, Yuza? He seems very chill about what I just told him. The thing he ran into, do you think it could have been a Tomokazuki? A Tomokazuki? Okay, let's ask what is. Okay, did anything happen after you took its hand? I don't really remember. When I came to, I was back outside the hole. I thought maybe I'd blacked out due to a lack of oxygen, and that it had been some sort of hallucination. I see, yeah, I guess that's possible. But if that's the case, that means I stopped you just to talk about some hallucination I saw, and that would be super embarrassing. Some people do say the Tomokazuki legends might have come about because of divers seeing things when they ran out of air. But hey, it's no big deal, even if it was a hallucination. The most important thing is that you're safe. Still, I can't help but wonder about a hole suddenly appearing like that. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Huh? You've never heard of it? Well, I guess not even all the folks around here know about it. It does sound familiar, though. The Tomokazuki is a sort of ghost story around these parts. The story goes, sometimes when diving, an diver will come across another version of themselves, an exact copy. That other version of them will be holding out something they want, like an abalone. Something they want. And when the diver reaches for it, the Tomokazuki grabs them and drags them to the bottom of the sea. Oh, that's scary. But wait, the Tomokazuki I saw wasn't holding anything. It wasn't. Well, that's different. Maybe it forgot it at home or something. At home, huh? The abalone? Yeah, the abalone. Maybe it left it at home. Maybe the Tomokazuki is more careless than the legends let on. You're pretty forgetful, though, so maybe it became such a perfect copy that it imitated that aspect of you as well. Oh, that damn Tomokazuki. It knows my every weakness. They're joking about this thing that he saw. Like, guys, being maybe a little more concerned about this. Now that you mention it, though, I think I do remember that story from when I was younger. I guess the fact I forgot the story really proves how forgetful I am, huh? No worries. It was a while ago, you know? By the way, you know those symbols on your diving gear? Symbols? Yep. Okay, this was mentioned, yeah, in the diver thing. Seimen and Domen. The divers around here all have them somewhere in their outfits. Oh, this was my mom's gear, so I didn't know. People say those symbols work as a charm to protect divers from the Tomokazuki. Interesting. But if I ran into a Tomokazuki just now, wouldn't that mean the charm didn't work? Maybe, but it could be thanks to the charm you made it back safely. The sea's a dangerous place, even without the Tomokazuki around. Things could have been even worse without the charm to protect you. I see. So without this charm, I really could have been attacked by a shark. I'm glad I had it, please. Once again, don't let there be sharks in this game. I can handle Tomokazuki's and mermaids and shit, but I don't want any sharks. Seriously, a shark would have been no laughing matter. I don't like the fact that he keeps bringing up sharks. Okay, let's check the files here. I admit I am just kind of I am just gonna fly through a lot of this stuff for a little while because it's just a lot. Is there anything else I can talk to him about? About the Tomokazuki just now? Yeah. Ooh, recollection. Do you think that has anything to do with what we're looking into? Unlocked past recollection chapter. Something I want to do. Oh. My apologies for the interruption. I'd like to take this chance to inform you about a unique ability of yours, the recollection feature. But to make things clear, I must first tell you about the story chart. From here on, you will return to this screen, the story chart at breaks in the story. You see, the story you'll witness will not necessarily unfold in chronological order. The screen will allow you to see where each chapter lies in the grand scheme of things, as well as select where you wish to proceed to next. If the icon for a chapter is not dim, that indicates it has not been fully complete. Generally speaking, completing a chapter will unlock the chapter immediately after it. However, there will occasionally be times when a recollection button will appear during the story, as you experienced just now. Pressing this button will allow you to delve into a memory evoked by certain words in the text, which will in turn unlock a new chapter, a past recollection chapter for you to experience. A most remarkable ability, is it not? Once you have unlocked such a chapter, it will become available in the story chart for you to peruse as you wish. This ability will be key in unraveling the tale before you, so do be sure to press the recollection button when you see it come up. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. If so, could your mom have been an Amadiver because she wanted to find the Tomokazuki? But she wouldn't have worn something with this charm on it if that were true, right? Good point. So can we go think? A Tomokazuki, huh? But why would something like that be here? Is there anything else that we need to do? Is that all you want to talk about? There's more. There's more, actually. This might be the most important part. I realized there's something I need to do after this. Something really important. Hey, so you found a lead down there after all? I'm serious. If I don't pull this off, something terrible is going to happen. Hey, I believe you. Go on, tell me everything. Okay, is this where we can go to the recollection? Okay, it is too. Alright. Okay, memories of the last summer, so that's new. Underwater gathering. Okay, let's do this one first. A day before he sets off for the sea as an Amadiver, Yuza asks Azami to meet him at the Kantakisho ruins. I see, I see. If you say you want to be an Amadiver, then of course you've got my full support. But something tells me you're not just doing this for Suyu. People are bound to talk if you become an Amadiver here. You must have some other reason, one big enough to risk everyone running their mouths. I knew I couldn't hide anything from you, Azami. Wouldn't take me even 0.2 seconds to see through one of your lies. So what's up? Tell me everything. Let's look around first. These are the ruins of an old wartime building, the Kantakisho. The building has been abandoned, so hardly anyone ever comes here, which makes it the perfect place for private meetings. It's really cool the fact, like, this whole place is, it's a fictional place and there's so much lore to it. Is there anything else I can look at? It doesn't look like it. Even though he's got a lot on his plate, Azami agreed to meet up the moment I said something. He's been looking out for me ever since I came back. I couldn't ask for a better friend. Hey, Azami? What I'm about to say is gonna sound pretty crazy. You still want to hear it? Sure, bring it on. Thanks, I'll come right out and say it then. I'm looking for a mermaid, and I need to find one by tomorrow. Okay. Okay, good to know. So, Japanese pronunciation often has emphasis in the middle of the word, like Tomokazuki. Tomokazuki, okay. Alright, I will do my best. A mermaid, huh? And by tomorrow at that. That's gonna be tough. He is taking this very casually. I'm being serious. In fact, I have never been more serious. I really do have to find a mermaid by tomorrow. I can tell you're not joking by the look on your face. You've got some sort of reason for saying this, right? Go on, I'm listening. Thanks, Azami. I should be able to tell Azami everything, right? Okay, mermaid search reason. Is it okay if I talk a bit about the disaster 5 years ago? Ah, the disaster. If you're okay with it, sure. I was in middle school at the time, and my parents had taken me out into the bay on a little fishing boat. This massive storm came out of nowhere and sank all 3 fishing boats that got caught up in it. I was the only one who survived. Yeah, it was really terrible. So what about the disaster did you want to talk about? Well, I've recently started to remember some things about what happened. For real? I know your memories of the disaster were kind of hazy due to the shock. But it's great you're starting to remember. Oh, but... I guess it's not exactly something you'd want to remember, huh? I'm sorry for getting fired up. It's okay. It actually hasn't bothered me as much as I thought it would. Thanks for worrying about me, though. It's just the things I've remembered are a bit strange, so... I couldn't bring myself to say anything. I'm sorry for keeping it quiet up until now. Strange, huh? Well, I can see why you'd want to keep it to yourself, all things considered. Don't sweat it. So, about the accident. When we ran into the storm, our boat got caught in a whirlpool and started to sink. My parents gave me a life buoy and lowered me into the water. They were frantic, and I was too stunned to do anything but go along with what happened. I can imagine, that must have been really scary. The waves were knocking me around, so it took everything I had just to hold on to the buoy. In the end, I watched as the boat was swallowed by the water. I couldn't do anything else. Oh no, don't worry about correcting me on stuff. That's what I said at the beginning of the live stream. I was like, I'm probably gonna mispronounce things, so I'm always like down for being educated and corrected on stuff. And I might still make mistakes, but I'm gonna do my best. There wasn't anything you could have done. It wasn't your fault, Yuza. But right after that, this huge wave came crashing down on me, and I got dragged down into the depths of the sea, life buoy and all. Huh? You got pulled under, but I thought... So, maybe I died, somehow, and I saw my dead self. Yeah, up until now, I thought I managed to miraculously stay afloat until I got rescued. But I remember, I was pulled down underneath the waves. I remember being caught in a current and tossed all about underwater. I couldn't breathe. I was so sure I was going to die. But then someone grabbed my hand. Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying? I was barely conscious by that point, so it's not like I saw them clearly or anything. But I'm certain someone was with me. Someone who grabbed a hold of me and pulled me to safety. And from what I remember... You're saying they were a mermaid? Exactly. So you were saved by a mermaid? I'm sure of it. It looked exactly like what first comes to mind when you hear the word mermaid. Not that creepy fish with a woman head. A real mermaid, huh? But it was a really extreme situation, so it's entirely possible I was seeing things. Which would mean I called you out here just to talk to you about some hallucination I had. And if that's the case, I'm gonna be super embarrassed. It's funny because that's what I said back on the boat during, like, my initial... when I first said that. I mean, you're standing here talking to me now, right? So you must have gotten out of the situation somehow. And I can't imagine any normal person being able to stay afloat in a storm like that, let alone managing to save someone. Same. You'd have to be some sort of superhuman or something. Or not human at all. Man, who would have guessed there were mermaids here in Issei? Like, he's... It almost feels like he's so chill about this because he knows there's mermaids. Like, I don't know. I can understand being an understanding friend, but this, like, seems next level. Revealing Storm, if you, I don't know if you saw it, but I accidentally got a bad ending, because I didn't see... there was something I was supposed to check out in the water while I was diving that I missed, so everybody got slaughtered on the island. I don't know if you saw that, but I got a bad end, so I had to rewind to when I dove, and I saw a dead version of myself reaching out to me. So, yeah, you missed some stuff. And this is a thing about the day before I went out on the dive, and Yuza is saying that he was saved by a mermaid when his parents died. It makes sense, so that's why you're looking for them, huh? Well, if we manage to find them, I've got to thank them for saving you too. So, I was thinking of heading to where the disaster happened and diving there to see if I can find anything. Wait, are you sure? You almost died there. I'll be fine. In fact, since I've never gone near there since the disaster happened, I was also thinking, I'd like to do something to honor my parents and your dad's memory. Yeah, I'd like to at least offer flowers, if nothing else. The others here have always kept their distance, but it's not like it's not like going there is forbidden or anything. Let's do it. Thanks, Azami. I owe you one. Like, he really is like, whatever you want to do, man, I'm all for it. I should be able to tell Azami everything, right? Yeah, that's true. You know what? I wasn't even trying to get the bad ending, but I am a stickler for completion, you know, for being a completionist with these types of games, so I would have been bummed out if I'd missed a bad ending right at the beginning. There's still no guarantee the mermaid will still be around, right? You could say canonically your first death is now the ghost you're seeing. That's right, I forgot that I did die on my first dive. So, I've died twice now. Well, not to say that I died during that bad ending. The ending, it showed me covered in blood with Azami. We were both just staring in shock. I don't know if it implied that I was the one who slaughtered everybody, but I killed all the women, it seemed like, or something killed all the women on the island. I'm thinking it'd be good to have more of a lead before we head out there. can't take his face seriously. About that, do you mind if I say something crazy? Again? Sure, what's up? You remember my mom, right? Of course I remember Mrs. Mare. Well, she wasn't originally from Kameshima, but she met my dad when she moved here and ended up marrying him. But even to me, she never seemed to really fit in here. Well, I can't really disagree. She never spoke to me much. Some people even outright told me not to talk to her, you know? Said she was suspicious because we didn't know anything about her, stuff like that. I guess that's understandable. She didn't really involve herself in community activities and almost never participated in local events. It felt like she was always keeping her distance from the other islanders somehow. 20 years here, and she was still considered an outsider. Yeah, I never knew how to bring it up to you, but I always kind of wondered. Was there some sort of reason for that? Not as far as I know. Dad and Gran never seemed to mind, so I figured that's just how she was. But looking back at things now, it was pretty weird. Well, I guess even I thought she was a bit of an oddball at times. You say that, but I think you're getting to be pretty similar to her. What, really? Yeah, what's that saying? Marching to the beat of your own drum? You're both like that. Really? I never realized. I've been so blind. A blind fool. Yep, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. But why'd you bring up your mom all of a sudden? Well, looking back now, there were a few things that always bothered me. Oh? For a start, no one ever told me where my mom was from. She was also a natural... Oh my gosh, is he saying the same thing that I mentioned sort of as a joke before, where I was like, his mom is a mermaid? She was also a natural at ama diving, but I never saw her eat seafood. Yeah, that would be tough to live on like a coastal town and not eat seafood. Sometimes at night, she would suddenly say she wanted to go look at the sea before going out and not coming back for hours. I guess it's all pretty weird, yeah. That's not all. When I was sorting through my mom's belongings, I found this. We usually keep it in the family altar, but I brought it along to show you. Oh, what is that, a fish scale? It's huge. It's got to be at least 7 or 8 centimeters long. I always figured she'd held on to it because it was a rare find. But once I remembered the mermaid, I began to wonder, he is saying his mom's a mermaid, what fish could this scale have come from, and why was my mom holding on to it? Whoa, hold it right there. You're not saying... I am. The mermaid who rescued me back then? Hold on. I'm saving before I'm gonna pick all the other options because I want to see what happens. It was me! It was me! Finding myself in a life or death situation awakened my hidden potential. And the next thing I knew, my legs had become fins, and I could breathe underwater. My transformation into a mermaid, well, merman, was what saved me that fateful day. Whoa, you were a mermaid all along? That kind of went in a different direction than I was expecting. Actually, that wasn't exactly what I wanted to say, though it wasn't far off. What did you really mean to say? What I really meant was... The mermaid who rescued me was... It was you, Azami! It was you, wasn't it? No way. How did you figure it out? What? Huh? Wait, for real? She's like, hell, it's for real. Do I look like a mermaid to you? Alright, of course you're not a mermaid. I thought it was a bit of a reach. So what did you really mean to say? What I meant to say was... I'm being such a troll. This is interesting though, because like, we only would have known about Chie because I got the bad ending, right? So that's kind of cool. It was Chie. It's a possibility, right? Chie. We're talking about the same Chie, right? Yeah, that Chie. Well, I guess she is called Mermaid Chie, so maybe it means she's really a mermaid? I love even in this, she's like, what the fuck? Exactly, I never thought that nickname would be a hint to her true identity. Yeah, I don't know about that, right? That's a bit too wild for me, too. If you thought so, why'd you say it? I'm sorry, it's like there's this strange invisible force urging me to say these things. I'm not doing it to be weird. Yeah, I get it. So what did you really mean to say? I love the game Call Me Out on that. What if I just pick me again? Just go in this loop. Okay, sorry. Okay, my mom. I think it was my mom. What do you think? He's like, well, considered all the other stuff you just said, yeah, that actually makes sense. I don't know. It's pretty out there. Could that be even possible? So your theory is your mom used to be a mermaid, but she became a human so she could live among us? Yeah, but she turned back into a mermaid when the disaster happened and wasn't able to come back afterwards. How does that sound? I don't know. But after hearing your story, I can't just dismiss it out of hand either. If that's really the case, and my mom really is still out there in the sea somewhere, even in a different form, I was thinking it'd be nice if I could see her again. It might be because they're still treated as missing instead of dead, but it still hasn't really sunk in that my parents are gone. I know what you mean. Sometimes it feels like my pops is just gonna show up at home again like nothing happened. Though, even if your mom's alive, I guess it'd be hard for her to show up if she's back in her mermaid form now. If my mom really does have some sort of connection to mermaids, then maybe that was the reason she never really fit in here. It might help clear up any mistaken impressions the others have of her. I see. I don't know, would it be worse? I feel like it would be worse for me to tell people that my mom's a mermaid, because mermaids, I don't think they're seen as necessarily, like, a positive thing. Mermaid, I don't know, like in Japanese lore, mermaid's seen as something I feel like they might be seen as, well, I mean, I guess there's one way to check it out. We could go into the files here. Culture, society, right? Or traditions, sorry. Mermaids. The grotesque monsters. Eating mermaid flesh could grant you eternal youth. So, yeah, there's positive things to it. But I feel like in that case, it would be dangerous if you wanted to tell people that your mom was a mermaid out there, because they would be like, ooh, if we eat her flesh, then we can achieve immortality. So you think by trying out ama diving like your mom did, you might be able to find something out. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll run into a mermaid in the process. Yeah. Like, this dude is so, he's like, his friend just told him, like, I think my mom's a mermaid. He's like, I will help you. I will help you, even though the town or people are gonna hate me for it. I'm gonna help you achieve your goal to maybe meet your mom who's a mermaid. If I really am descended from mermaids somehow, it's possible diving might awaken something in me. And then I died on my first, so maybe I'm not. Maybe this proves I'm not descended from mermaids because I just died on my first free dive. Right, I hadn't thought of it. I guess if your legs suddenly become fins, we'll know for sure you're a second-gen mermaid. Okay, I think I've gotten the gist of what you want to do. Thanks for understanding, Azami. I haven't been happy with how people have been treating you since the disaster, and what they say about your mom. If there's anything I can do to clear the air, I want to help. I'm gonna keep saying it, man. He's a real one. He's a good dude. Though I don't know how people will react if you suddenly start talking about mermaids, right? It might be best to keep quiet about that part for now, and just say you're looking into your mom. What do you think? Yeah, I think that'd be best. Okay, now that we've got that settled, how about we head out tomorrow morning? That sound good to you? Yeah, I've been doing some training in secret, so I'm all set. Alright, is there anything else? What to do next? Okay. Still, having to find a mermaid by tomorrow is pretty sudden. What's up with the tight deadline? Well, I'm sorry, I can't say right now. If we manage to find one, I'll explain everything, I promise. Maybe he knows deep down about the storm coming. Well, as long as you tell me later, it's all good. Oh, here's an idea. If you're in that much of a rush, how about we talk to Tsukasa and Sato? Maybe they'll be able to help us out. I wonder, it would be nice to have more help. But would they believe me? The whole thing's pretty crazy after all. Besides, Tsukasa's going back to the mainland soon. I'd hate to bother her. True. Still, knowing Tsukasa, she might be surprisingly on board with the whole thing. See? I knew he'd be here. Whoa, speak of the devil. God, when did you two get here? Oh, talking about something you didn't want us to hear, were you? Boys will be boys, I guess. Alright, Tsukasa, a girl born and raised on Kameshima, has a bright, friendly nature and inquisitive personality. Currently in her second year of high school, she boasts excellent grades and a sharp intuition. She's been staying at a relative's house in Ise City since last year in order to attend an all-girls high school on the mainland, and is currently back on Kameshima for summer break. Despite this, she frequently makes trips back to the island on weekends and has been trying her hand at underwater gathering since the current diving season began. Having long been interested in the Ama life, her diver rank is 6. She's got me beat by one rank. However, her teachers have been strongly encouraging her to aim for a national university. She's been friends with Azami and Yuza since childhood, with their close rapport making up for their difference in academic years, and it was more common to find her playing with the two boys than with girls her age until middle school. However, since leaving the island to attend high school, she's grown more conscious of their age difference and has put distance between herself and them. She hit it off immediately with Sato, a girl who came to Kameshima to lodge with the Wakamuras a few months ago, and was looking forward to showing her around the island and helping her adapt to life when she returned home. 18 years ago, her still pregnant mother, Nagisa, moved to Kameshima alone before giving birth to Tsukasa shortly afterwards. Tsukasa subsequently grew up in a single-mother household. Although she used to occasionally ask her mother about her father, her questions were always evaded, so she's since stopped inquiring. However, the fact her mother never seems to have any financial difficulty despite not working has led her to quietly suspect he might be involved in some way. Hey, you got us all wrong. We weren't talking about anything like that. Yeah, you gotta hear me out, Tsukasa. I was powerless to resist. I refused at first, but Azami insisted, and... Oh, tell me more. You might as well admit it, Yuza. And Sato, what's with the sudden keen interest? Alright, Sato, a mysterious girl. She's a mermaid. Anytime a new girl shows up, I'm gonna be like, mermaid. Okay, especially what they say, mysterious and enigmatic. A mysterious girl currently lodging with Shinobu Wakamura. Roughly 3 months ago, Sato suddenly, right when they suddenly arrived, claiming she's the child of a relative of the Wakamuras. She showed no signs of attending school or doing any of the work, instead spending her days holed up in the Wakamura household, leading many islanders to wonder who she is and what she's doing there. It could just be like a red herring, because they just talked about, like, Yuza's mother being pretty much the same, just mysteriously showing up, not interacting with people. Gives us the impression she might be a mermaid when it's just like a diversion. Those who know about Wakamura's high-interest money lending behind the scenes speculate she might be the daughter of one of his borrowers sent to work as a domestic servant to pay off a debt, but Sato herself is extremely easygoing and doesn't seem to be bothered by the rumors. A huge television fan, she spends much of her spare time glued to the set in the Wakamura household, with her most recent obsessions being soap operas and 2-hour thrillers. However, she isn't fond of period dramas. She's good friends with Tsukasa Aoi, who is close to her in age, and the two can often be seen enjoying themselves wandering the island together. God, let's all calm down, okay? It's not like that. We were having a perfectly normal conversation about how Yuka's mother might be a mermaid. Yeah, sure, anyway. Hey, don't brush me off. You're getting pretty worked up, Azami. Don't act all innocent. You're the one who caused this mess, you know? Sorry to interrupt your fun, but I really did have something to say. Folks are worried you haven't shown up to the association meeting, Azami. You should probably get going. Oh, damn, the meeting. It totally slipped my mind. Sorry, Yuza. I gotta go, but I'll get in touch with you later. No problem. Thanks for coming, even though you're so busy. I guess we'll be on our way, too. Sorry, but we've got some important business of our own to handle. We won't be able to help out with whatever you're up to. Okay. Advice. So, did you hear what we were talking about? Only the part where my name came up. I didn't want to be nosy. I see. Well, thanks for coming all the way out here to get Azami. I don't know what you guys are up to, but you've piqued my interest. Be sure to tell me about it later, okay? Anyway, see you later. Come on, Sato. Roger. Oh, one more thing. You better not forget about the day after tomorrow. Tell Azami he'd better remember, too. Sure, I'll tell him later. Okay, so we've got 2 ways that I can go to next. We can go to the recollection. Okay, so we finished that. Oh, we've got... So I can just... So cool. So I can just choose at any point to do the gathering if I want to get my skills up. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's do... Oh. This is where it gets a little tricky. I'm like, what's the best way to go about this? We'll jump here. I love when they do, like, the gunshot. Sato, you got a sec? Huh? So, I was hoping to get a bit of advice. Thing is, you're the only one I can really talk to about this. Sure, what's up? If you got a problem, leave it to me. Kameshima's living, walking, talking encyclopedia. Wow, that's a pretty impressive title, Miss Encyclopedia. Although I think the walking, talking kind of implies you're living already. Either way, I hope you can help. You know that even if it kills me, I'll squeeze every last brain cell I've got to help you. Right, but you're supposed to be a living encyclopedia, so please don't go dying on me. Let's hope that that's not a red flag for later. Thanks for being there for me. I mean, it could be. The way I'm playing, I could get her killed. Come on, let's go somewhere with no one else around. Pardon me a moment, young ladies. Yes? You mean us? Yes, sorry for the trouble, but I was hoping to get some directions. Oh, are you here sightseeing? Welcome to Kameshima. Ah, I'm afraid it's not quite as relaxing as sightseeing. Well, this is not suspicious at all. We're looking for the Wakamura residence. Would you happen to know where it is? The Wakamura residence. May I ask who you are? Oh, of course. Please, pardon my manners. My name is Yumeko Shiki, a housewife from over in Tokyo, with really creepy pale eyes, almost like she's dead. Oh, a housewife. And this is Soto Kiryu. He's something like an assistant. My pleasure. Oh boy, okay, there's gonna be a lot of information here. Let's take a look at this. No, we want profiles. Okay, at least they're short. A secret. A woman never tells you her age. You must be guessed for the old man. The Wakamura home is just up the slope after you head through the alley. It's a bit of a maze. Do you want me to show you? Oh, so it was that way. Thank you, but I believe we can manage from here. Oh, recollection. Man, we're just collecting these things like crazy. Oh! Whoa. Okay. That's intriguing. Got it. Take care then. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, she looks horrified. Ma'am, is something the matter? No, it's nothing. I'll tell you later. We'll be on our way then. I'm sorry for stalking you. Huh, those two had a really strange vibe. The old man sure gets some unusual guests. Yeah, there was something about them. Don't you think that's kind of an aura that sorcerers would give off? Oh, I know what you're getting at. I've heard the rumors too. Everyone's saying that old man Wakamura has been super reliant on shady sorcerers lately. Okay. Okay, the single most influential person on Kameshima Island. Although born to an ordinary fishing family on the island, he entered his 20s during the post-war economic boom, and through tireless work and juggling multiple side jobs, he managed to amass a small fortune over the years. He went on to invest his fortune into the development of Kameshima, not only upgrading its fishing equipment, but also improving the island's infrastructure to entice businesses to set up shop on the island, efforts that have earned him the appreciation of people all over the island. He currently holds many key positions on the island, including serving as head of the Kameshima Fisheries Cooperative Association, and has said his appointments as the next mayor of Kameshima is all but confirmed. Although admired for his many contributions to Kameshima's development, his personality leaves much to be desired, with many stories of him using force to get things to go his way. It is said he has recently become an ardent devotee of a certain famous sorcerer in Tokyo. They did say he was from Tokyo, or they were from Tokyo. Maybe they really are sorcerers. Whatever. Come on, Sato, let's go. Yep. Is that going to be the whole thing? We're not going to get into, like, what's... Oh. Oh, this is cool. So, okay, I vaguely remember this, so we can kind of, like, jump around in different areas. Okay, so here they are. They're going to have that conversation. Okay, this spot should work fine. Yeah, this really makes me crave summer until summer actually comes, and then I'm going to complain that it's too hot. I would like to go to the beach, though. Oh man, now that I'm actually about to talk about it, I'm super nervous. This little bay is quite hard to find, so hardly anyone ever comes here, including tourists, which makes it a great place to talk in secret. Now that we're here to talk, she suddenly looks like she can't get the words out. Maybe I should be the one to nudge and ask from my side? Alrighty, you said you wanted advice, so let's hear it. How can I help you, Miss Tsukasa? Well, I do want your advice, but I'm not really sure where to start. I guess this really isn't an easy topic for her. In that case, let me start her off with another topic to loosen her up. I guess you'll be heading back to the mainland soon now that the Obon holidays are over. Yeah, I head back to my boarding school in 3 days, so I've only got until the day after tomorrow to take it easy here. Right, time sure flew by. I'm really gonna miss you. Me too. Only 2 days left, huh? 2 days. Oh, what am I gonna do? I guess whatever she wants advice on is time sensitive. Oh, Tsukasa, that reminds me. Did you catch the 2-hour suspense drama the other day? Right, you said you were looking forward to it. I didn't see it. Ma was watching a period drama. Ah, darn, that actor you like had a good part. He turned out to be the killer, though. What? Ah, I wish I could have watched it. You did kind of spoil it, though. I wish we had a VCR like yours. I keep forgetting this takes place in the 80s. You can record music shows and watch them over and over? That sounds amazing. Not many houses on the island have one. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a luxury, but being able to record and keep TV programs is the best. You love TV way more than I do. It's great you can enjoy it whenever you like. Yeah, about that. How do I put this? Alright. I guess I have to talk to her more about summer break? So the plans you were talking about for the day after tomorrow? I guess it's a get-together with the others before you head back? Yeah, that's right. Plans with Azami and Yuza. I couldn't give them much time this trip, so I figure they might be feeling a bit left out. Makes sense. You're pretty close friends. Totally. Even grown up, they still do the dumbest stuff. I just can't leave them be. Maybe I should leave you all to enjoy it without me then. No way. You're the lucky ones to have someone as cute as you come along with me. You really can't get enough of your TV. You think I watch too much? How much did you watch this summer? Well, I guess I'm pretty much always watching whenever I'm home. Nice. You should thank Old Man Wakamura for letting you watch as much as you want. We're hardly ever allowed to watch TV at boarding school. Even at home, I'm always fighting over what to watch with Ma. Makes it damn hard for me to keep up with the conversations at school, you know? TV's just got too much influence on everyone. Can't blame them. It is pretty fun. Man, I can't believe my summer break's already coming to an end. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Okay, so there we go. We're almost talked out here. Speaking of TV, I saw something on the morning news. Oh, this is probably going to be important. Yeah, what happened? They said an Alma diver on the mainland went missing at sea. Yeah, I saw that too. I hope they find her safe. Ooh, I wonder if that's what that woman with the creepy eyes is here for. Because they said something about an investigation or something, and there was like a dead body. Apparently they're still searching, but it goes to show how dangerous being an Alma diver is. Yeah, even if I had a couple of moments out there that have been way too close, when the catch is right in front of you, it's easy to think you can just go a bit further, and you end up pushing it just too far. Sounds scary. You be careful out there. Now that I think about it, a little while back, there was the story about old human bones found on a seabed near Toba. Whoa, I never heard about that one. That really happened? Creepy. Maybe it was someone who went missing at sea. I just hope it isn't like a curse or something. Yeah, the sea can be pretty scary. The old Alma grannies always told us. We islanders live with the sea, never forget how fearsome it can be. That's why the Alma divers wear charms and mind the proper rites, right? Yeah, gratitude, manners, and restraint toward the sea are never to be forgotten. That's the first thing they teach you when you start diving. Okay, we're not done yet. You know, Sato, compared to when you first arrived on the island, you've really brightened up. It might be thanks to all the TV. Was I really that gloomy before? Yeah, up until about a month ago, it felt like there was a little cloud hanging over you whenever we spoke. It was like you were kind of depressed all the time. Why does she look like that? Why does she look so horrified? It was like you were kind of depressed all the time, like nothing in the world really mattered to you. Oh, so that's how I came off? I'm sorry for being such a downer. Yeah, you didn't crack jokes like you do now either. But this you? Way better. Having fun stuff going on really brought you to life. Makes sense. I'll try to keep up the positivity. Okay, finally we can ask about the advice. Alright, I'm ready. I'll just say it. Go ahead. So the thing is, I think I like someone. Is it Sato? Alright, go on. I love how serious she is. We hardly get to see each other anymore soon. I want to tell them how I feel while I'm still on the island. Makes sense. I'll help you however I can. As Kameshima's Living Encyclopedia, I've seen this on TV before. I probably know a thing or two that can help us, for sure. Yeah, you don't sound that confident, which kind of makes me a little nervous, but I can tell you mean it. The thing is, it didn't... In her profile, she says something about how she keeps her distance a little bit because she realizes that, like, these two are a little old for her. She's 17. She's still a high school student. Yeah, she says she's grown more conscious of their age difference and has put some distance between them. But I guess Sato is also 18, so... I just don't really know what to do. Which of the two is the lucky guy? Huh? Who do you mean? Oh, no, wait. It's Sato. No way, don't tell me you think I like Azami or Yuza. Wait, you mean it's not one of them? Me falling for one of them? Not a chance. Plus the fact that she called Sato cute. And why she would be so nervous to talk to Sato about this, right? They're basically like brothers to me. I could never picture a romantic relationship with them. Oh, I'm sorry, I just assumed. I call myself a living, walking, talking encyclopedia and brag I've seen it all on TV, but I guess I don't really know anything. I'm sorry, this is so embarrassing. I'm gonna go die now. Stop talking about dying. Oh, don't sweat it, really. No dying. But who is it? No point dragging it out, so I'll just tell you. Oh, it's... okay, never mind. It's a person I don't even know. It's Shotaro. Oh, Mr. Wakamura's son. I see, I see. He looks like a frickin' douche. Look at... who... did people in the 80s pop their collars like that? Look at that collar! Oh my gosh. He's sincere, smart, and pretty handsome. I can see why you'd like him. Right? He's back home visiting the island at the moment, but he usually goes to university in Tokyo. I've secretly admired him for ages, but I always thought he just saw me as a kid. Oh, he's a university student? No, too old, too old. I figured he'd never be interested, but now I go to school in the mainland by myself, and I'm even working as an ama diver. I think he might see me as more as an adult now, more than before anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. So you want to let him know how you feel while he's still on the island. Maybe it's just one-sided on my end, but I can't keep these feelings bottled up. Then tell him, I'm with you. Alright, let's... Alright, the only son of Shinobu, a local Kameshima magnate? Due to his father's influence, he was pampered by those around him from an early age, but grew up to be a pleasant... Okay. I'm sorry, I made assumptions. I thought he looked like a douchey jock because of the hair and the popped collar. But he's 21. He's too old for you, girl. Ugh. Okay. He's pleasant and sincere, despite the attention. He's well regarded by those who know him, often being told he has been blessed with a sharp intellect, good looks, and a variety of talents. He's currently attending a university in Tokyo and is back on Kameshima for summer break. Okay, skeptical of the old-fashioned, insular ways of island society and regards his father as the very embodiment of those outdated mores, viewing him with utter disgust for his overbearing vulgar tendencies and superstitious beliefs. Alright, he sounds fine, but if he's actually interested in a high school girl, I'm gonna have some issues with him. I want to tell Shotaro how I feel by the day after tomorrow. What do you think I should do? You're staying with the Wakamuras right now, yeah? Know anything about him that might help? I'm afraid Miss Encyclopedia might not have that kind of info. You don't have much info at all, do you? I mean, he's honestly not home most of the time, so there's not a lot I don't know about him. It feels like he's always got something to do, checking in on folks all over the island. Like, I don't suppose you know if he has a girlfriend in Tokyo or anything? I'm afraid I'm not sure. Tokyo's packed with beautiful girls, right? A guy like him won't be left alone for long. Well, from what I've seen, I haven't noticed him keeping in touch with anyone. Then what about what he likes? Something he'd be happy to get? Let me think. Sorry, nothing's coming to mind. I really may as well just go die somewhere. Stop talking about how you're gonna die. Come on, don't say that. Thinking it through with me is more than enough. You've gotta stop joking about dying like that. Oh, Tsukasa, how about this? I'm pretty sure I can ask Shotaro to meet us somewhere. I'll organize that for now, and we can plan from there. How does that sound? Oh, sounds good. Thanks so much, Sato. Alright, so are we gonna maybe meet this guy? Oh, are we meeting him now? Okay, this is happening right now. So, we kicked around ideas the whole way back, but in the end, writing a love letter and handing it to him is the best call. That's the plan, yeah? Yep, since way back when, the tried and true way has always been a love letter. Classic method. I like it. You're heading out to dive tomorrow morning, right? Yeah, weather's looking good. Alrighty then, I'll ask him to come to the bay a little after noon. That work for you? Yeah, I just need to have the letter ready by tomorrow. Hey, can you look over it before I give it to him? Of course, I'll fix it up, even if it kills me. Stop talking about that. Stop saying, if it kills me, I'm gonna die. Thanks, I'll write it even if it kills me, too. I'm already so nervous. Hey, you two over there. Huh? Is that who I think it is? Oh, it is. It's Shotaro. Wow, speak of the devil. Hey, sorry to interrupt. Oh, he's totally glowing as usual. Is something wrong? Have you seen Azami? He didn't show up to today's association meeting. Oh, I see. I haven't seen him today. Oh, I think I know where he is. I'll go get him. So that's why she was so eager to do that. Oh, you do? I knew I could count on you, Tsukasa. I'll let you handle it then. Sure, no problem. Oh man, he called me by my name. I'm so fired up right now. Let's do this. Yeah, let's. First off, let's find those two. I bet they're up at the Kante Kisho ruins. Let's go. Right behind you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's... Man, they're really... Ooh, zoom in. Okay. I think this will be a good place to end it. So let's maybe check out this recollection, and then maybe we'll wrap it up for tonight, because we're just past an hour and a half now. Okay, Yumiko and Soto head to the coast of Utamigara after receiving a report about a strange corpse. Plus, you know, we can end it on something a little bit spooky. Miss Shiki, there you are. Sorry for calling you all the way here. Not at all. Thank you for bringing the case to our attention. I hear you've got an unusual corpse on your hands? Well, forensics aren't here yet, so I honestly don't know whether it can be called a corpse or not. But I do know it will cause a stir if anyone catches sight of it, so right now, we're just trying to keep the busybodies away. It would have been nice if the detective, the young detective, who always made the duck face, if he was the one... It was like, you know, a little bit of a callback to the first game, if he was here. I sure am glad it happened while you were still here, though, what with you being from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police and all. Ah, okay. Where's our cadaver, then? Still in the water over there, where it was found. Feel free to go ahead and examine it. Over there, I see. This is Masaru Ide, a detective from the local police. He's acting as my point of contact while I'm over here, as well as providing any support I need. I don't doubt it's quite a troublesome assignment. There are a lot of things that need to be kept secret for one, but he's been very good at not prying into the particulars while doing what needs to be done. Occasional grumbling notwithstanding. Given what this case has ended up involving, though, these particulars may not end up remaining undisclosed for much longer. Okay, an assistant inspector in the 1st Investigative Division of the Criminal Investigation Department of the Mie Prefecture Police often finds himself saddled with whatever troublesome tasks come the department's way, something he makes sure to grumble about each time, but is a proficient detective in his own right, being diligent in his duties and having passed his promotion exam without difficulty. Although often said to have a somewhat unreadable expression, he's quite sociable and makes a point to attend all the department drinking parties. Alright. Do we know what the situation was when the corpse was found? I just got here as well, so I'm not clear on the details myself. But from the sounds of it, a local civilian happened to cross it about an hour ago as they were passing by. They got us on the scene immediately, so no one else should have seen it. That's a relief. We don't want people working themselves into a frenzy over this. Where's the local now? We got someone taking their statement in a nearby police box. I'll let you know when we get more info out there. I wonder if we're gonna look at the corpse and it's gonna have like a mermaid tail or something, because he says something like, given the situation, it might not be a secret for very long. This is Utamigaru, the coastline just northeast of Ise City. It's a pretty popular location for tourists, and there are several beaches nearby as well, so a bunch of people are milling about. It certainly is an impressive sight. It's too bad we couldn't come here as simple tourists. Oh, yep, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see why it would cause some issues. I see, so this is the corpse in question. Unusual is certainly one word for it. It's all dried up now, almost like it's been mummified. But apart from that, it's pretty safe to say it's a mermaid, right? Let's take a closer look. It would seem like the fish half of the body begins from the shoulders downward. All the mermaids I've ever heard of had the fish half start from the waist down. It's a fake, maybe whoever made it didn't do their research. Really, several of the mermaids described in old Japanese legends had their faces as the only human part, though. Seriously? I guess that makes me the one who didn't do their research. Oh, it's very unnerving. I don't, want to look directly at it. As you can see, there's no doubt it has a human head. That's the main reason we went ahead with treating it as a corpse. It makes sense. I can't imagine anyone would have seen a creature like this before, after all. If it is really a mermaid, wouldn't this be a pretty huge discovery? It's not the sort of thing we'll be able to make public, that's for sure. I don't suppose we have any way of confirming their identity? Their identity? Given the state of the body, it would probably be difficult to confirm based on facial features, but we might have a chance using dental records. Though that would depend on if they've ever had a dental exam. I see, that makes sense. I mean, the teeth look pretty good, all things considering. The body's lower half is identical to a fish's tail. If this was a fish, it'd be a pretty huge one. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards it being a fake of some kind. What do you think? It's true, many of the mermaid mummies discovered were ultimately found to have been man-made. Okay, relics believed to be either the embalmed or mummified remains of mermaids are preserved in temples throughout Japan. Among them, several are said to bestow blessings such as eternal youth and longevity or sound health and are treated as objects of worship. In the 1970s, some garnered so much attention after being featured on TV that people traveled en masse to see them, prompting some temples and shrines to discontinue public viewings. Mermaid mummies have also been documented in other countries. In the 1800s, the exhibition of mermaid mummies as exotic curios became a widespread phenomenon across Europe and the United States. Although these mummies were originally believed to be genuine, subsequent analysis has revealed fibers from materials such as wood and paper in their composition, exposing them to the man-made in origin. The quality of some mermaid mummies crafted in Japan during the Edo period were particularly high, with several being widely circulated, especially in Europe. However, the revelation that many of these mermaids were man-made does not disprove the existence of mermaids, and debate on the topic continues even today. You won't find me complaining if it is. No need to investigate a fake corpse after all. Maybe that's being too optimistic, though. We'll just have to see about that, won't we? When I first saw this expression, I thought they must have died in unbelievable agony, but at the same time I can't help but feel like they look almost satisfied. It could just be my imagination. Satisfied. If this really is a corpse, I wonder when they died. I doubt their body would have ended up this desiccated if it had been in the sea this whole time. You think there's the possibility they died, shriveled up into a mummy-like state, then their body fell into the sea and got washed up here? It makes for quite the enigma, that's for sure. There's no sign of external wounds. I can't see anything that could have caused their death, at least. Okay, so I've already seen this. There's something here that am I missing something? Doesn't seem like it's looking back now. If we really do have a mermaid on our hands, do you think all those stories about becoming immortal from eating mermaid flesh are true? Oh, so you're curious about that too, Detective. Well, I don't know if I'd actually want to eat it. Living forever doesn't necessarily mean you'll be happy, you know? Besides, I can't say I find the thought of eating meat from this thing all that appealing. I see. I suppose that's a natural response. But there are plenty of people who would be interested in getting their hands on this corpse for that exact reason. I can see that. We might even have people fighting over it if it gets out. All the more reason to try and keep it hidden. So interesting that... Oh, vision ability on. What's this? Oh. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like there's anything here. I think that's... I don't know if that was in the first game. Sure is a troublesome thing we've got on our hands here. Alright, let's talk to this guy who... I don't know really anything about him. This is Sodo Kiryu. He's worked with me as my assistant for a long time, although he usually makes his living as a psychic detective. He's not officially with the police, but with my assignments being what they are, he has special permission to accompany me on investigations. An independent psychic who makes his living as Japan's only psychic detective, Sodo has no permanent residence, traveling throughout the country for training and resolving metaphysical incidents he comes across. something which eventually led to him gaining his current moniker within the industry. Although he has a common taciturn personality and is possessed of a sharp mind, he is surprisingly sensitive by nature. However, this trait does not extend to mercy towards spirits and other phenomena, which he often ends up subduing by force. Okay, alright, well we're gonna get into curses again. The ability to use particular curses to inflict harm or otherwise negative effects on others. Effects range from forcibly binding a target in place to dealing fatal wounds. The stronger the curse's effect, the greater the burden on the user. Shagan. Oh, that's probably why I have it, is because I've got him with me, so there was like that weird vision thing that we had. The ability to see the face of a deceased individual from their remains, allowing for recreation of their features via portrait sketch. Only a small piece of the deceased remain is necessary to use this ability, however, enough of the thoughts and desires of the dead individual must remain for it to be effective. Feast of Shadows, the ability to create a domain in which the potency and range of certain types of spiritual abilities are increased. Only effective at night, Soto himself is able to create a domain up to 1 kilometer in range. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, legendary psychic Tensai Shiki, when he was 8 years old, subsequently took him under his wing as a protege, and Soto underwent rigorous training under his watchful eye. Even now, he's always quick to respond when summoned by his mentor's wife, Yumeko Shiki, and often supports her during her work. He also has a keen interest in swords and is extremely knowledgeable about blades. Okay. Well, I think we have a decent grasp of the situation now. What's your opinion, Soto? First of all, based on the state of the corpse, I think it's safe to say this is another case of the curse of the Forsaken Fish. Some of the residual curse energy is still lingering around the body.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's my husband. He's just grabbing something from the deep freezer. If you hear any shuffling.
Hi.
Bye. Just as expected, then. I suppose that's no surprise. Huh? What was that just now? We try to explain our understanding of the case so far, Detective. I realize some of it might sound a bit absurd, but please bear with us. This corpse is neither a fake, nor could it be called a mermaid. It's the remains of a human, one transformed into a fish, as the result of a curse. What? A former human? And a curse, too? It's pretty hard to know what to say to that. One thing's for sure, that's not going to fly in the case report by itself. Mind explaining a bit more for me? Of course, let's start with an explanation of our circumstances then. Husband jump scare. Well, this game hasn't really had any jump scares yet, so I had to create my own. Okay. Let's think here. We originally came to Mie from Tokyo to investigate another case, but with so many other incidents occurring, I can't help but get the sinking feeling something troublesome's about to happen. Detective Ide's been a huge help to us so far. We might be able to reveal some of our circumstances to him. First, I suppose I should start with a brief explanation of the department I work for. Wait, aren't you part of some secret department in the security division over in Tokyo? Are you sure you should be telling me something like that? I'm not going to get caught up in any troublesome business if you do, am I? Oh, no need to worry. I doubt it will come to that. Probably. Our work is mostly kept a secret because it's something of a pain to find people who will accept, let alone understand the circumstances each time. But you've been very supportive so far, so I can't imagine that will be a problem. Well, if you really insist, go ahead, I guess. As you say, my department is indeed part of the security division. Its proper name is the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. Okay, was that in the first game? I feel like it was. Okay, let's see. The game will probably, like, this file might say if it is the case. Although officially called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division Paranormal Affairs Bureau. Holy cow, that is a mouthful. It's more commonly referred to simply as Paranormal Affairs. Only a handful of people know of its existence. As the name suggests, this unit specializes in the investigation and resolution of cases involving paranormal phenomenon. Since the existence of such happenings is not public knowledge, nor is it readily believed by the general population, the Bureau's activities are conducted in the utmost secrecy. As there are currently only 5 members in the unit, including the chief, they utilize a network of psychic contacts across the country to assist with their cases. The current chief of Paranormal Affairs is a man named Kuru? Nakagoshi, although said to have been born to a family of psychics. I don't know if that's a character from the first game. The name doesn't sound familiar. Who had been involved in keeping the world safe from paranormal phenomenon for generations. He's an elusive figure. Very few have met him in person, and he is rarely seen in the office. Said it's because he has often been the target of curses. However, some theorize it's in fact because he's not actually a flesh and blood human, with some going so far as to question whether he exists. His seat in his office is usually occupied by his familiar, a Nui, a legendary creature found in Japanese folklore. Is it Nui? It resembles an ordinary white thrush and acts as his messenger, leading to bizarre scenes of police officers earnestly reporting their findings to a bird. The term Nakagoshi case serves as a code name used to refer to cases under investigation by Paranormal Affairs. Geez, the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, huh? Though there really are cases of spiritual phenomena causing harm around the place. I guess it's not that hard to believe that there'd be some sort of organization to deal with them within the police. Precisely, I'm glad you're so quick on the uptake. Well, after seeing that corpse over there, there's not much else I can do but believe it, you know? Does that mean that you have spirit sense or some sort of psychic powers? Not to any notable degree, I'm afraid. As I mentioned, I'm primarily a housewife. If you ask me, I'd rather sort this all out and get back home to my husband as soon as possible. Right. Soto here was my husband's protege when he used to work as a psychic, though. He helps me out on any work I'm assigned to. I'm responsible for handling any spiritual work that comes up, yes. Spiritual work, huh? Hearing you say that like it's just another job makes me feel like we're talking about another industry entirely. But if you really are just a housewife, Mrs. Shiki, why are you working for a special unit like that? I know it's none of my business, but if your husband's a psychic, wouldn't all this be more in his line of work? True. Personally, I would rather our roles were reversed, but there are several reasons why that unfortunately can't be the case. I see. I don't really know your circumstances, but it sounds pretty tough. Either way, I should be good to put this down as a paranormal affairs case, right? That should be fine, yes. You can leave the rest of the investigation to us. We'll also handle the reports. More specifically, Soto will. Look at the face of Soto, he's like, God damn it. I don't want to do any paperwork. Really, thanks. That's a great help. Not again. Okay, a woman who balances her work as a housewife with her position as a full-time employee of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, a secret department within the Tokyo Metropolitan Police. Although the very image of a refined lady in appearance, she has a surprisingly free-spirited personality and tends to find anything she has no interest in too bothersome to take seriously. Things that do catch her attention, on the other hand, often command all of it, and she will actively involve herself in looking into them. She utterly adores her husband, swooning in admiration whenever the topic turns to him. She's also viewed with affection by her co-workers, who call her ma'am. Out of the 5 current full-time members of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, Yumiko alone lacks any particular metaphysical abilities, despite possessing a meager degree of spirit sense. Even so, she was chosen... She was chosen to be part of the Bureau's elite unit for a very particular reason. For very particular reasons, reasons known only to a handful of people close to her. There was once one other member of the Bureau who had no... Tetsuo! I do recognize that name. No paranormal powers to speak of. Veteran police detective Tetsuo Tutsumi. I remember him. Oh, it'd be great if he showed up with his partner. And the two occasionally worked on investigations together. I'm pretty proud of myself that I remembered a character from the first game, considering it's been like a couple of years since I played it. When dispatched on assignments now, she always pairs up with freelance psychic detective Soto, leaving all paranormal-related procedures and often her much-despised paperwork to him. Yumiko's husband is also a psychic by the name of Itensai Shiki, and Soto is his cherished protege. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay, psychic and spirit sense. Whew. Okay, we're gonna skip this. My mouth's getting pretty dry. I'm almost out of my water. So, I think we're gonna probably wrap things up pretty soon. Okay, good. We got some more talking to do. Alright. So, does that mean you came all the way to me because you knew something like this was going to happen? Oh, that's awfully perceptive of you, detective. I suppose you could say that, yes. So that's also probably why she showed up at the, the island where we're all at, because she knows, like, maybe with that storm coming, Something's gonna go down. I suppose you could say that, yes. At the very least, the situation hasn't come as a huge surprise. If that's the case... Oh, was the body from the other day one of those cases too, then? It was indeed, yes. And this is like when you're playing a game and you just keep catching side quests. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I have so much on my plate. Seriously, that does sound like a pain to deal with. I bet our chief knows all about this when he assigned me to the task. If it lessens the burden, you've been a great help to us so far, Detective. I don't mind occult stuff, so I've been asking all these questions out of curiosity. But it's probably best I don't get too involved in all this paranormal business, right? You must have a good reason for keeping it under wraps, after all. I think that'd be wise, yes. Still, I never would have thought that there's a curse out there that could turn people into fish. And it only half worked, so the victim ended up looking like a mermaid. That's bound to cause misunderstandings. The curse is originally meant to turn a person's whole body into that of a fish, you see. But the victim died before the transformation was complete, so it stopped before it could reach that point. The vast majority of the mermaids discovered over the years are either man-made fakes or victims of the same curse. I see. To be honest, part of me was kind of excited when I first saw what it looked like. I thought it might mean there really are mermaids out there, you know? I'm afraid we can either confirm or deny things there. Oh, I get why you were asking about the corpse's identity now. It's because you realize they used to be human, right? That's right. Very recently, too. The transformation likely happened yesterday, or even earlier today. What? That recently? Someone could really end up in a state like this after just a day? They certainly could. Seriously, these curses sure are scary. I'll get forensics to take a look when they get here, then. Please do. The investigator in question has worked on paranormal affairs cases before, so they shouldn't need any explanation. Ooh! Investigator has worked on affairs. Can we please get a character from the first game showing up? That would be fantastic. Right, the case from yesterday. Great, that should save us some effort then. Cursed one day, a mummified corpse the next. Sure is a scary world we live in. You know, I sometimes find myself wondering if I have a bit of spirit sense as well. There's been times I've caught sight of strange things while walking down a road at night, and when I looked into it later, I found the place I walked by had been the site of an accident or the like. Oh, that might be the real deal then. It's definitely a possibility. I would advise not going too close to anything you see of that nature. It becomes easier for them to target you if they realize you're aware of them, you see. Geez, what would happen then? I guess I'd end up possessed or something. There is that danger, yes. In the event you're possessed, you may find yourself afflicted by headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations. Memory problems and impaired thinking are also not unheard of. Ugh, headaches and muscle stiffness definitely ring a bell. I sure hope it isn't the work of some spirit. Do people have their personalities taken over when possessed too? It may be possible with spirits who had a very close relationship to their target, such as if they were siblings or were parent and child. But you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. The negative effects I just mentioned are primarily caused by the two parties not being in sync. That's good to know, I think. Even if a spirit was able to successfully possess someone, it would only be able to pressure them to behave in ways that wouldn't be unusual for the individual in question. I see, but in that case, there's no way of knowing whether you're behaving that way of your own will or not, right? Exactly, hence the prevalence of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed. Huh, so that's how things work. As far as I know, I haven't been having any problems like that, though, so I think I should be fine. Ma'am? What is it? Perhaps I could use my shotgun ability and see if it produces any results? Ah, that's an excellent idea. I almost forgot we had such a handy trick up our sleeve. Shotgun? What does that do? Patience, Detective. You'll see soon enough. Right. There, it's done. Oh, so it went well, did it? Well done, Soto. What's all this about? Soto can see the face of the deceased from a piece of their remains, however small. He can then sketch their features based on what he saw. Oh, so that's how you get a sketch of the victim in that other case. An ability like that would be priceless if we could use it on the Force. The faces are great. Well, I hear it doesn't always work, so it's unfortunately not foolproof. So, what did our victim look like? About that, I think it might be faster to see for yourself. That kind of look... Wait, she's... Hold on. Does she kind of look like her? No, she's got bangs. This face, it's Somekawa. I don't think that's anyone that we've come across yet. Okay, so that's going to be a new person. Wait, Somekawa? You can't mean... is that where they're going to leave it off? We don't know who that is. Okay. Alright. Oh. Okay, I was like, I don't know if we're getting another one on top of that. Okay, so let's go ahead then. We are just past the 2-hour point here, so we're going to go ahead and save that, and we're going to return to the title screen. So I think we made a good dent so far. Got a bad ending right at the beginning, but I call that, you know, trying to complete the game in full. So I'm liking this so far. It's got me hooked. I like the characters already. I feel kind of bad that I was judging some of the characters and I was completely off. Like, I thought that woman was like, oh, she's so creepy, what's her deal? It's just like, no, she just works with the police. And then the guy with the pop collar, I'm like, what a douche. And I'm like, no, he seems like a pretty cool guy. But anyway, I'm liking it so far. And I like the fact that they're kind of keeping it to one curse rather than the first game, which was 7. It was a lot to, like, try and keep track of. It was still really good, though. But I like, this just feels more streamlined. But already, like, yeah, like I said, we got a lot of... I don't know how long the game is, but it seems like we've already got a good dent of it. So I think, I don't know. Can we wrap this up in like 4 streams? Tough to say. Especially if I want to get everything. I feel like it might be a little bit of a lengthy game. But I'm really enjoying it so far. And I'm really glad that we were able to get this localized and be able to play this sequel. Because it feels like a game that shouldn't have existed. Because I didn't know how well this game did. So I'm very happy about that. Yeah, and it was great to get back to it. I love the art style, the faces. I forgot about, like, the duck lips and everything, and just some of the great facial expressions that these characters have. So I am liking it so far. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I can't wait to play more of this game, so keep an eye out for when I'm going to be streaming next week, and I hope you will be able to join me for that. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I hope to see you